After discovering what kind of evidence would come from the year 2016, this is one of my pieces that my group decided would most likely be a chunk of moss or grass of some sort. So this grass or moss is it's greenish brown, but it also is very dense, and it has little shrubs growing in here, most likely like a mushroom or a fungus of some kind that's started to decay. The reason that we believe that it got brown throughout the time was because it's something that, after researching, it's something that needs a lot of moisture and water. So after it didn't receive all that moisture that it needed, it started to become brown. It's also very, very dense, and it doesn't really seem to have a lot of roots besides what is found in this dirt. After finding evidence from wonderopolis.com or .org, it was said that moss likes dark climates, but also moist climates, and sometimes kind of tropical. So we considered it to be found in the Temperate Forest. This is because the moss is usually found near moist areas, so we said it could be through water, because we also found the feathers, so there had to be birds around, which in birds and deer need water, and the water creates the moisture in the air. However, the moss is found attached to trees and rocks, and since it doesn't really have very long roots, it anchors itself through tiny, tiny threads. The climate that it's usually found in, the Temperate Forest, it experiences winter but also some kind of summer, so it's kind of just like a moderate climate, kind of like we have here in Indiana. It also, the moss from the area, it does die during the winter time, and that's when it appears brown or different colors. And if you just add the rest of the water to it, it kind of perks back up and becomes green again. A lot of the issues that we face today with the climate in the Temperate Forest is, of course, people cutting down the trees. So a lot of ways that people have started to fix them now is by adding more trees to the environment, preserving the wildlife so they continue to breed in the environment, so it kind of stabilizes things and doesn't get too out of hand. However, the environment that it also found in, it does experience winter, so animals tend to go into hibernation, and that's kind of when the forest dies a little bit. And you can't really tell what kind of trees are dead, so a lot of people will go in and cut down all of the trees, and that's one of the main issues with the Temperate Forest. However, in Indiana and all across America, we have a lot of Temperate forests. It just depends on the area that you live in the country. A lot of those are protected, like I said, and we also need to protect the wildlife and the water life that's going through the system.